Good morning. A long time ago I made a post called That's Rucking Right, and I talked about how to wear your ruck, maybe some correct posturing, some things to be cognizant about, how to step in easily into rucking. I'll tag that here in the description and everything, but I just wanted to hit on a few of those elements again here in this post. So when starting rucking, first off, start light. Don't let your ego get to you, because you'll probably find, if you've never done it before, or you don't walk all the time, or you're not cognizant and paying attention to these things, that you may heel strike and walk heavy, or you may have most of us do, a gait that's out of alignment, and throwing just a little bit of weight on and going will make that heel strike heavier, will make any kind of misalignment you have in your gait more pronounced. You'll feel it more. And even though you might feel okay in the moment, the next day you could be sore in some places you didn't know existed. So always start with less weight than what you'd expect. Don't let the ego get in the way. Another thing is to make sure you have a backpack that can carry the weight, whether it be a couple books or a 10-pound weight plate or some bricks, some rocks. I used to start with some rocks. And then I got like a smaller weight plate for Christmas one year. But sometimes I'd still throw like a dumbbell or something in there with that, just to add a little more. Or, just the dailies. But you want to make sure that it can hold the weight, that it has adjustable straps, and you can wear it securely and snugly. You want it to fit secure and up against your back. You don't want things flopping around and the backpack flopping away from you. You want everything to be flush and up against your back and unmoving and secure. That also helps with posture. You don't want to pull your shoulders forward and be hunched over. You want a proud posture, even with the weight on. You don't want to be fighting with the straps and the weight on your shoulders and back. So upright, proud chest, proud posture, shoulders up and back. You're walking straight, crown proud, crown tall, pointed up towards the sky. And if you're walking this way with the weight, it can also be a bit of a posture corrector. If you find that you are always hunched over, looking at your phone or on the couch or at a desk. So rucking can be good for that. Again, it brings that thought and awareness, you being cognizant of how you're walking and how you're carrying yourself to your walks because of that weight and because of the learning curve and trying to learn something new. It's low impact, but because you're adding load onto your structure, it can still be bone density building. And once you adapt, you can do more of it without really banging the joints like you might in sprinting or running or something like that, because you are just walking. It's low to no impact, especially if you're being cognizant of how you're walking and not heel striking super hard. I went up in weight on my ruck recently. I added 15 more pounds, and it was like learning how to walk all over again. I can go forever and ever with 30 pounds on my back. You turn it into 45, and I found I was walking heavier again and really having to retrain myself all over again with a little more weight. So just, set the ego aside. It can be a movement for everybody. I believe everybody should ruck, but there's still an entry point for you, and there's still some adapting that has to happen. And there's listening to your body, and there's, taking that learning curve and remembering it's about the long journey, right? It's not a sprint. We're not sprinting here. It's the long game. It's a ruck, okay?